What's going on, everybody? And thanks for tuning in to the Week 10 DFS Studs edition of the FanDuel Hurry Up. I'm Ryan Williams. You can find me on Twitter at RyanAlexander_W. And I'm here to give you guys the three studs to build your main slate Sunday teams around on FanDuel. So without further ado, we got to get into the plays. Let's start it off as we always do, and that's at the quarterback position. And we're going to go with the boy, Tom Brady. He comes in at 8,300 on FanDuel this week, and I think that he makes for an interesting consideration when you're factoring in Justin Herbert on the slate at only 8K going against a Minnesota defense favorable spot. You got Josh Allen still on the slate. Maybe Kyler Murray comes back. People might want to pay down for Jalen Hurts. And I think that Tom Brady is definitely the guy we got to look to when you consider the matchup. First of all, look at what this guy's doing on the year. 24 more FanDuel points in all but 2 games this year. 4 more touchdowns in 5 games. He's been absolutely explosive. And you're looking at, even coming off of the bye, this guy still leads the league in passing touchdowns. Absolutely incredible year. Then you factor in the matchup. He's going against the Washington football team that's allowed the second most passing touchdowns on the year. You love that Tampa Bay leads the league in red zone plays and touchdowns per game. So this is an absolute smash spot. Tampa Bay with a 30.5 implied team total, the second highest on the slate. Absolutely love getting to Tom Brady this week and pairing him with 1 or 2 pass catchers to go along with it. Let's move over to the running back position, and I'm excited to talk about this guy because I haven't had much of a chance to, but it's Najee Harris. 9,400 is where he's coming in on FanDuel, and we love the work that he's getting. I know that this seems like a high price tag, and people are going to look at Jonathan Taylor going at home against Jacksonville, but Najee going against Detroit, he needs to get some looks here. You're looking at this guy being the second in the NFL in touches, in total touches and touches per game. He's been absolutely explosive. Think back to that week 3 game where he saw the 19 targets. He had 28 total touches in that game. And then after that, 21, 25, 30, 29, 25. This guy's an absolute stud when it comes to getting the ball. And this Detroit team is one that we love to attack running backs with all year. The Lions are allowing the second most FanDuel points per game, the second most receiving touchdowns to running backs, and third most rushing touchdowns on the year. 64% of the touchdowns versus Detroit have come to the running back position. This is absolutely an incredible spot, and you're loving, look at the red zone numbers that Detroit has been allowing. They've allowed 20 of 24 red zone opportunities to go for touchdowns. That's absolutely incredible. You're factoring in that Detroit has not led in any situation in the second half of games this year. So this could be a prime smash spot to just let Najee get going. It's a short week for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I absolutely love getting to Najee Harris this week. Let's close it out with the wide receiver position, and this one's going to feel, man, it's going to feel a little gross, I guess, but Mike Williams at 6,900, we have to believe that this guy is going to get going. What's one of the phrases that the fantasy analysts love to use in the community? Positive regression, right? Well, the positive regression should be coming. I know he struggled the past 3 weeks, but you're looking at a disappointing game with Baltimore that we expected points to be had. They didn't come. Then he saw the New England defense. Then he was seeing Darius Slay in coverage. So while he was disappointing, I guess we could have expected to see that coming, but you're looking at how explosive he was. He had 6 touchdowns in his first 5 games this season. He's still a stud. And then, again, let's talk about the matchup here with Minnesota. Minnesota has been giving up a ton of points to the wide receiver position, especially when you're looking at deep targets. Per Sharp Football Stats, 15.9% of all completions versus Minnesota have gone for 20 or more yards. Enter Mike Williams. That's right within his wheelhouse when you're looking at the ADOT this guy has. And then games involving this Minnesota team average 134 plays. So we're looking at just points that should be coming in bunches against this team. Minnesota allowing the 7th most FanDuel points per game to wide receivers and the 4th most touchdowns. Mike Williams leads the team in end zone targets with 9. Absolutely explosive. And then one final thing, let's just look at the wide receivers that Minnesota's gone against and how successful they've been. We got Amari Cooper, Hollywood Brown, Rondale Moore, Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, all went for 100 yards versus this defense, and Marquise Brown was the only one to not score a touchdown as well. So we're looking at 101 that's in the potential for Mike Williams, maybe even 2 touchdowns. I love buying low on this guy, and I love targeting him as one of my studs in build-arounds for this Week 10 Sunday slate. That's going to do it for the Week 10 DFS Studs edition of the FanDuel Hurry Up. Guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel to get all of the content you need to succeed in DFS, season long, what have you, and all your football lineups there. And hit that like button for your boy one time. We really appreciate that. Appreciate you guys rocking with us on the FanDuel channel. I'll catch you guys next week for the Week 11 DFS Studs. Until then, get this money. Later, FanDuel fam.